We have questions. Put up your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. And over there toward the left.
Towards the
Our
light.
left. Toward the left. Toward the light. Go ahead.
Okay. My brother had the fortunate opportunity to be sitting with Jack Nicklaus during the British Open in his office, glass of scotch, and they called the British Open due to too much wind. And
just recently, yeah,
just recently.
Yeah, I was there. Yes.
And Jack hopped up out of his seat and said a few choice words, and I immediately was thinking, what's Nick Faldo thinking about calling the British?
Well, I will have my choice words would be stuff Jack Nicklaus, because I was out there. I was out there that Friday afternoon. It blew 40, a genuine 40, and everything was shaking, and he didn't know whether it was you or the clubs or the ball. It was brutal. It was impossible to play golf. And so it was it obviously went over the limit, and we were called off the golf course, and we sat around the corner, and it was quite funny because the driver in our van was on the same radio frequency as the RNA, making the decision to, where we should. Well, I say, Gordon, I think we should put him back out there. And then no, actually, Gordon says, well, somebody like that said, well, I think we should put him out there. So, well, okay, chaps, we all agree. Gordon said, put him back out there. So if some poor guy got the decision, and back we went out on the golf. You couldn't chip, you couldn't part guys on the fifth green. When you arrive to the front of the fifth green, you see guys going up and back and up and back, and then the 13th hole's it. So it was impossible. Yeah.
Other question? Who we got? Right back. Go ahead.
Sir Nick. Sir Nick, would you share with us, what do you visualize for the future of professional golf?
Cool. Blimey. Where's my crystal ball?
30 seconds are left.
Yeah, crystal ball. I think it's pretty darn good. The future of pro golf, everything's stacking up good. These youngsters are coming along. There's a lot of new color in the game. I think they all recognize how important the media is, how important television is, how important it is for them to create characters. You see a lot of guys making an effort rather than, we've got away from guys wearing gray and white shirts all the time. I think it's pretty good. It's very solid. Really is. A lot of excitement. There's still great excitement, still great rivalry. The Ryder Cup was fantastic, wasn't it, again? It's good. Everything in golf. And the fact we now have the Olympics, golf going into Olympics. I think that's going to open up all new possibilities, for the, youngsters to be involved, to be inspired by this game. It's still a pretty darn good game, a great career. So golf is solid. The game of golf will survive.
Yeah, I think so. Couple more. Right there.
One round of golf to play. What course do you pick?
One round of golf to play. What course do you pick?
Yeah, I would more than likely go, or I haven't built that course yet. That would be the one. But more than likely, I go to St Andrews. That makes sense. That's special. I've taken friends there who don't play golf, and they go, wow, there is a buzz, there is electricity in this town, there's something about it. And if you ever go, you've also got to go up to the graveyards and go one scary evening, it's a bit grey and murky, which is normal Scottish weather, so you don't have to try too hard for that. Mm-hmm. But it's a wonderful place. And the view from the 14th in, when you got the rooftops and that's as good as it gets.
Right behind, real quick.
Nick, you finished second or third in a lot of majors before you won your first. What was it that got you over the hump?
Finished second or third in a lot of majors before winning. What got him over the hump?
Well, really, you're right. I led, where are we, 83 Birkdale. I was leading going into the back nine there and couldn't handle it. And that was my big learning curve. That's why I went off to rebuild my swing, to try and have a better ball flight, better pull, better distance control. And obviously better confidence in my own ability to keep reproducing the golf shots. So that was the biggest thing was self-belief. You're basically saying I've hit so many shots, but by the time I got to Muirfield on that Sunday afternoon, it was amazing feeling how I was literally cocooned in my own little world. on it. You know, we call it the zone now. And that was when I really felt it. I was literally a yard and a half in front of me was in focus. The rest of it was a blur. I think it had something to do with the weather, and I managed to stay myself and just keep. And that was the pressure you've probably heard me describe on TV. I kept saying to myself, one shot's going to win me this, but one bad shot's going to lose me it. I mean, that's the knife edge of trying to win a major on a Sunday afternoon. So that probably was the big breakthrough, is finally finishing it off amidst all that adrenaline. And I could physically feel the adrenaline, it was weird, just come out of my body. When I hold the last putt, even though I was still tired, I knew I was going to win it. You know, it's that weird sensation. But I physically could feel the adrenaline just go whoomp out of my body. It was quite a weird feeling. Yeah.
Two more.
One easier? The second major easier?
Not really. No. You got to still.
Anyone else hasn't? Yeah, go ahead.
Why hasn't Mickelson been able to seize the day in the last couple of years with Tiger being gone?
Yeah, very interesting point. Phil has had quite a few opportunities where all he had to do was shoot whatever best. If he shoots 72 today, he becomes world number one, and it's never happened. So you know, Phil has been held back, you know, a lot of the time really through his golf swing. You know, he gets erratic, doesn't he? And then gets crazy. His strategy or wanting to go for things. And obviously what we saw at Winged Foot was the biggest example. But I'd played with him years ago, before he started winning the majors. And basically said that his strategy on the golf course was just killing him. Absolutely killing him. So once he throttled back and understood that, then he obviously had the great run and starts winning, you know, wins 3 majors in a rush and then the last one. But you know, it really is all part of it. You've got to have that's the completeness of the game. It's not just hitting the golf ball. It's the thinking and the strategy and the bailouts and all those sort of things.
Last one. You got one more? All right, I'll ask one more. You got one? Go ahead, quick.
Greater pressure, a major, or the greater pressure, a major or the Ryder Cup?
Yeah, quick question. Obviously, a major, you're looking after yourself, and if you lose, you blame yourself. But yes, it's the Ryder Cup, playing for other guys. That was my greatest pressure. At 95 at Oak Hill, you know, when I turned my match around against Curtis Strange, I was 1 down with 2 to play, and I win. So I win 17 to go all square, and we come up 18, and it wasn't the 11th match, but the way the matches went on that day ended up like the 11th match. If I won, then it gave Philip Walton the chance to win the Ryder Cup. And wow, that moment, I had my 3rd shot, that 93-yard wedge shot, which is a soft wedge out of a little bit of semi-rough onto that rock-hard green. And I know if you go long, dead, I wouldn't get up and down. And as I dressed the ball, put the club down, and I dressed the ball, my knees went doing, and I backed off, and I went, wow, I haven't felt that one before. So, yeah, I think that took me to my max. That was the moment, yeah.
Nick, thanks so much for your time.
Right,
we appreciate it. Sir Nick Faldo.
Thank you.
Awesome.